Mm-hmm. Hey, here we are. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another game of Strat-O-Matic Baseball. 1966 full season replay. We've got the Cleveland Indians at the New York Yankees, the second of a short two-game set. Yankees took the first one. And always a treat to see Sam McDowell on the mound. McDowell undefeated this year. One of the few that is, maybe the only one that is. I mean, other than somebody who's 1-0 or 2-0 maybe, I don't know, but 8-0. Leading the league with a 1.81 ERA, 11 starts, 5 complete games, including 2 shutouts. Check out these numbers. 90 innings, only 53 hits allowed, and 105 strikeouts. Doesn't get much better than that. For the Yankees, Fred Talbot will be making his second start for New York since coming over for Kansas City. He's 0-1 for the Yankees. He was roughed up, going 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 walks in his first start. He didn't give up a home run, at least. And looking at Talbot's overall numbers, we find a 4-5 record, a 3.10 ERA, a dozen starts, 81 innings pitched with only 63 hits allowed. And of course, you probably remember in the early part of the season for a long time, Talbot was leading the league in earned run average. In fact, let's pull up the leaders now. I want to look at the ERA leaders specifically. McDowell, Boswell, Tiant, Barber, McCormick, Buzzhart, Pasquale, McNally, McLean, Marcelino Lopez, and then Fred Talbot. So he's still among the leaders. McDowell does walk batters, Frank. That's true. And let's go to the chat, by the way. Frank's pre-play. Oh my goodness, it's a stunner. Look at that. 1-0, saved by Hargan. McDowell lost the no-hitter with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. And whiffed 13 while walking 9. So he threw, what, about 211 pitches? No, I jest, but that must have been fun. You know, they say if you can't say something nice about someone, when it comes to Springer or any of those 2017 Astros, no comment. And we have our World Series participants, so go boys in blue. See what I did there? Yeah, they both wear blue. All right. There's your starting pitchers. Excuse me, I ate one of those power bars. Welcoming in Kathy. Unmitigated is here. Yeah, Wagner's back in the lineup. Here's the Indians lineup. It'll be Vic Davalillo leading off in center field, Leon Wagner in left. Chico Simone is the shortstop. Rocky Colavito in right field hits cleanup. Fred Whitfield at first base. Max Alvis is at third. Joe Askew will do the catching. Dick Hauser at second base, and McDowell the pitcher. Okay, let me pull up my... Where the hell is my water? All right. Let's see. Hello, Ben. Welcome. Good to see you. Smokey's been crazy, but he seems to have calmed down for now. He actually got a hold of one of these pegs about 20 minutes or so ago. I had to chase him down and get it. Also, it's official now, Orlowski has pushed out, so he won't be coming to Spokane. What am I looking for here? The umpires. Lou DeMuro behind the plate, John Rice at first, Jim Odom at second, and Larry Knapp down at third. Let me get my stats pulled up here. And we're ready to get underway. Man, I'm sorry. It's those Costco protein bars, man. That gooey stuff just sticks in your throat. Hello, Kelly. Welcome. Kelly will fly out from South Carolina. Hello, Ernest. Boy, the gang's all here, pretty much. All right, let's get started. DeMuro says play ball. Up to the plate steps Vic Davalillo. Davalillo hitting .259, 2 home runs, a dozen RBIs, left-handed hitter. Talbot with the wind-up and the pitch on a .210 right-handed grounder down to first base. Pepitone will take it to the bag, and we are underway. Here's Leon Wagner. Yeah, right, Frank? Wagner leading the club in batting at .342, although not enough at bats to qualify. 10 home runs, 30 RBIs. Talbot with the pitch. 6'7" left-handed, he walks in. The 30 RBIs by Wagner, by the way, are tied for third on Cleveland. That's right. Whitfield leads with 42, and Colavito has 31. My guess is there are not too many teams that have 4 players with 30 or more RBIs at this juncture. Let's check the battery now. Talbot with a good hold. Gibbs a 0. I'm going to double check that. Yep, he is. I had some Mookie interference while making out the lineups this morning as well. Here's Chico Simone, the shortstop, hitting just .180 on the year, 4 homers, 10 RBIs. 1 down, the pitch from Talbot, 6'9" right-handed. That is going to be driven to right, single to 10, and that's going to fall in and roll to the wall. They're waving Wagner around to the plate. Simone digging for third. The throw, he's in there with an RBI triple. And Cleveland jumps on top 1-0. Let's take another look at that one. 6'9", single to 10. He's a weak against righties. Whoops, nope, he doesn't get the triple. He gets the single. I'm so sorry. I'm blowing it already. Yeah, what I was thinking there in the back of my mind was the lower number would be the better result, but not so in this case. So a 6'9", single to 10, triple 11 to 20. He rolls to 2 and gets the 2-star single. To third is Wagner. One out, and Rocky Colavito comes to bat. I do think they have a chance, Frank, absolutely. I think it's closer than the odds makers make it out to be. I really do. Let's see how the Yankees are going to play it now. Runners at the corners, one down. I'm looking at the ground ball A's on Colavito as usual. That looks like 7, 13, 16, 20. He's got a lot of ground ball A's. They're going to stay back and try to get a ground ball out of Colavito. Here's the pitch on a 4-9 right-handed grounder to short B. Boyer to Richardson to Pepitone, not in time, and the run will score on the 6-4 force. So Wagner eventually scores. Give the RBI to Colavito, and with 2 out in Colavito at first, here's Fred Whitfield. Whitfield, of course, leads the team in homers and RBIs, 266, 15 home runs, and 42 RBIs. Talbot working from the stretch. The pitch is a 6-5 left-handed fly ball to left, count of corn for Roy White, who puts it away, and that ends the top of the first. Indians settle for a run on a hit and leave a man, and as we go to the bottom of the first, it is Cleveland 1, New York coming to bat. Couple of reasons why, Frank, and everyone. For one thing, the Blue Jays do not strike out. They have the lowest strikeout in the majors this year. Dodgers with the edge in pitching. Is that right, Ernest? Talbot was a Seattle pilot. Here's the lineup for the Yankees. Max Alvis at third base leads it off. What the hell's going on here? Boy, I'm a mess today. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat. I need to focus. Tom Tresh leads off at third base. Bobby Richardson at second. Pretty much the regular lineup for the Yankees, other than the catcher. Mickey Mantle in center hits third. Roger Maris is in right field. Joe Pepitone at first base. Clete Boyer moves up a notch and hits sixth. He'll play shortstop. Roy White in left field. Jake Gibbs will do the catching, which seems like a really odd choice against McDowell, Gibbs being a left-handed hitter. And Talbot, the pitcher. Yep, they got to get into the pen. That's what every team's been saying, and of course everybody knows this. I mean, everybody. On the other hand, the Jays haven't seen, despite the fact that they can hit, there's no question about it, and they don't strike out, they haven't seen a staff like this. On the other side of the coin, their pitchers have not seen an offense like this. And the Jays' pen is a little bit shaky too. But a lot of bats in this series, and while I think the Dodgers will win, I could see the Blue Jays winning. All right, bottom of the second, Tom Tresh will lead it off. Tresh at 212, 13 home runs and 32 RBIs. Both of those numbers lead the ball club. Switch hitter hitting right-handed against McDowell. Here's the windup and the pitch from Sudden Sam. On a 2-5, it's a fly ball to center field. Down to Leo going back and puts it away. I hear Mookie scratching something. Mookie! There's your scratch post over there, buddy. Here's Richardson, 275, 4 homers, 21 RBIs. McDowell with the windup and the pitch. It's a 6-12, grounder to first base X. Tough chance for Whitfield, a 4-15. And here's the play on a 14. Error range, it's a 7 on a 15, and that's off of his glove. That's going to be an error on Whitfield. And Richardson reaches. Error Cleveland. Let's check the Cleveland battery now. McDowell with a -1 hold. Askew a -2 gun behind the plate. So Richardson's going nowhere. And here's Mantle. The Mick comes in at 246. 8 home runs, 25 RBIs. Batting righty against McDowell. McDowell out of the stretch. 210 lefty. Struck him out. First K for McDowell. And here's the left-handed hitting Roger Maris. Maris has been struggling all year. He comes in at 193. He does have 6 home runs, 26 RBIs. The pitch to McDowell is a 6'8 lefty, and he loses in ball 4. A 2-out walk to Maris. Richardson takes second. And here's Joe Pepitone. Pepitone at 267, 7 home runs, 30 RBIs, which is second on the ball club. Left-on-left matchup again. And here's the pitch to McDowell on a 6'8, and he walks the bases loaded. So McDowell struggling with his command early on. And the Yankees have the bases loaded, 2 away, and Cleet Boyer coming to the plate. Boyer at 248, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. McDowell with the full windup. The pitch is a 2-7 lefty. Base hit into right field. That's going to score 2, and he's digging for third. They're waving Maris around. Boyer slides in safe with a bases clearing triple. Okay, I already got 1 triple wrong, so let's take another look. Did I bump the die? Yes, I did. It was a 2-7. See, I'm looking at a 3-7 now, thinking, did I make another mistake? Little replay review here. No, it was clearly a 2-7. Triple 1, 2-star, single, anything else. He rolls the 1. And it's a bases clearing triple for Cleet Boyer, and the Yankees take a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the first. I've seen enough to know that I've seen it all. And here's Roy White. White, where is White? 256 average, 5 homers, 16 RBIs. McDowell with a 1-4, and he walks him. That's the 3rd walk in the inning. And Joe Askew headed out to the mound. McDowell does not look happy about the visit. Jake Gibbs will be the hitter. Askew gives McDowell a pat and settles back behind the plate. Gibbs, the backup catcher, has not played much, but he's 12 for 41, a 293 average, and he has 2 home runs. McDowell with the windup and the pitch. It's a 3-8 left-handed, and he walks Gibbs. The bases are loaded again, and the Yankees bat around in the first inning. So a very rocky start for Sam McDowell. And here's Talbot, a right-handed hitter. The pitch on a 3-7, grounder to second, Hauser to Whitfield, and that'll do it. Yankees strike for 3 on just one hit. They leave the bases loaded. And for that matter, all 3 runs are unearned as far as McDowell is concerned. We've played a wild first inning already, and it's 3-1 Yankees. Hello, Larry. Hello, Cleveland. No, Frank, actually it didn't. That'll have no effect on... He actually lowered his ERA. Yep, without the error, the crucial errors, I like to say, without the crucial error by Whitfield, it's a 1-2-3 inning. Instead, the Yankees bat around, draw 4 walks, Boyer with a triple, and it's 3-1. Alrighty, second inning. Can we top that? Here's Max Alvis. Alvis at 212, 11 home runs, 30 RBIs. Talbot into the windup, 3-7, grounder to short, fielded by Boyer, who throws him out, and there's 1 away. Here's the catcher, Joe Askew. Askew at 195, he does have 2 home runs. Pretty good power on the card. Talbot with the windup on the pitch on a 2-7 right-handed. Ground ball through the 6th hole and into left field for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Askew. And here's Hauser. Dick Hauser, who I remember more as a manager. Since taking over at second, he's hitting .215, 17 for 79, 8 of those hits for extra bases, 1 homer, 10 RBIs. There's the pitch to Hauser. It's a 3-4 right-handed. Fly ball to left. White settles under it and makes the catch. That'll bring up McDowell, a left-handed hitter. Talbot's pitch on a 2-6 struck him out. Down go the Indians. No runs, a hit, 1 left. And we go to the... God, I hope not, Franklin. If the best you can do, if the best inning of your year is 3 unearned runs, you've got serious problems. On the other hand, with a record of 19-37, I guess it's safe to say that they do have serious problems. Cleveland, by the way, at 31-24, is currently in 3rd place. 7 behind the Orioles, 3.5 behind the Twins. And the Yankees will start the second at the top of the order after batting around in the first. Tom Tresh, 0 for 1, batting right-handed. McDowell gets the sign. Here's the pitch on a 2-7 lefty. Struck him out. Well, let's see if McDowell's command improves in the second inning. Here's Richardson. Here's the windup down the pitch on a 4-3 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Can he? Here's Mickey batting right-handed. The pitch from Sam McDowell, 5-7. Grounder to second base X. Tough chance for Hauser, a 4-13. Hauser to his left on a 17. Smothers it, gets up, throws it to Whitfield in time. So McDowell settles down in the second, 1-2-3. After 2, 3-1 Yankees. Good observation, Larry. Yep, not really a good defensive team. But they can hit. Fifth in runs scored at 248, now 249. Cleveland, they're actually even behind their pace. They came into the game with 19 wins. In real life at this point, they had 25. So as bad as they were, they're 6 games worse than that. Top of the order for Cleveland, here's Vic Davalillo. Talbot into the windup. There's Joel Turney. Hey, Joel. We're only missing Joel Horland, I think. No, we're missing a few others. Hard to keep track of now. 5-5 left-handed, fly ball to left. That's going to be White making the play. And there's one away. Here's Wagner now, walked in the first. Talbot, the windup and the pitch. 2-7, grounder to second base. Richardson has it, throws him out. 2 down quickly. Yes, sir, and thank you, Unmitigated. If you haven't, like and subscribe, please. With over 500 subscribers, thank you again, everyone. I'm eligible now for Super Chats, and of course, I have my Patreon. And my founding member, what do you call that? What's your first member? Inaugural? No, that isn't right. Anyway, it's Ben Witz. The word escapes me. There's Joel. I missed you, buddy. Okay. Or did I actually say that and then I've already forgotten? God, it's embarrassing. Okay. But not that much. Let's have Simone bat. Here's the pitch from Talbot. It's a 5-11. Base hit into left field. So Simone's 2 for 2. That'll get Colavito to the plate. The always dangerous Rocky Colavito, who comes in with 13 home runs. Well, thank you kindly, Ben. I appreciate that. Runner at first, 2 down, Rocky at the plate, Talbot from the stretch. It's going to be a 1-7 righty, liner to third, single to 6. That's speared by a diving Trash. Nice play by Trash. That'll do it for Cleveland in the third. Talbot looking strong through 3. Maris, Pepitone, and Boyer here in the bottom of the inning. Maris walked in the first. You could almost say, who didn't? McDowell with the pitch to Maris, 5-9 left-handed, grounder to short X. Tough play for Simone. He's a 434 into the hole on a 5. He can't get it. That's into left field for a single. Lead-off single for Maris. The Cleveland defense again. And here's Pepitone, who also walked in the first. And Unmitigated, before I motor off, Jake Gibbs is the beer batter today. Free can of beer for everyone if he strikes out. McDowell pitching to Pepitone from the stretch. That's going to be a 5-6 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's 4 strikeouts now for McDowell. And the batter will be Clete Boyer. Boyer with the big blow in the game, a bases-loaded triple. The pitch from Sam McDowell on a 1-6. He walks him. That's the 5th walk issued by McDowell. McDowell all over the place today. First and second, one away, and here's Roy White. Batting right-handed, McDowell into the windup. It's a 5-10 righty. Grounder to short X. Simone, 4E34. Behind the bag, he ranges. He's got it. He goes to Hauser for 1. On to Whitfield, not in time. Going over to third is Maris. So on a 6-4 force, Boyer is erased. Runners at the corners with 2 away, and here's the beer batter, Jake Gibbs. McDowell with the windup and the pitch. It's a 2-10 fly ball to left field. Wagner settles under it and puts it away to retire the side. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. We played 3. It's 3-1 New York. Ho ho! Pause for a big yawn. Oh my, I'm going to need more coffee. And food, that's why I ate that protein bar. I actually got up about 7:15 today. So much earlier than breakfast. Much earlier breakfast than normal. Sponsored by Schaefer. Thank you, Unmitigated, for the laughs. Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy. Whitfield will start off the 4th. He's 0 for 1. Talbot into the windup. It's a 3-9 right-handed grounder to second base. Richardson to Pepitone. 1 down. Slick fielding Richardson, not the place to be hitting it if you're the Indians. Here's Max Elvis, 0 for 1. Talbot with the windup and the pitch. It's a 3-5 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll bring up Askew, who singled in the second. Talbot with the windup and the pitch. That's a 6-6 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And Talbot sets him down in order, striking out 2. That's 3 Ks on the game for Fred Talbot. And it'll be Fred Talbot leading off the bottom of the 4th. Right-handed batter. Here comes the pitch on a 3-8. Grounder down to third. Albus fields it. Throws to Whitfield. 1 away. Here's Tresh now. 0 for 2. McDowell's pitch to the right-handers. A 6-5. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Tresh K is for the second time, and with 2 out and nobody on, that'll bring up Bobby Richardson. McDowell gets the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch on a 3-4 left-handed fly ball the other way to right in the heart of his good column there. Colavito settles under it and puts it away. 1-2-3 inning for McDowell. And there we are, going to the 5th, 3-1 Yankees. Talbot rated 6 for starter endurance. He'll be facing Hauser, the pitcher's spot, and Davalillo. So Bert was... Yeah, I can't put my finger on it, though. I mean, I'm sure I have. Hang on a second. I'm going to take a quick break here. I can't take it anymore. Oh, yeah. The Birdman, I used to call him when I was younger. Hauser will lead off the fifth. Talbot into the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 3-6 right-handed fly grounder to short. Boyer to Pepitone. Yankees have played very clean defensively today. The Indians have not, and so far that's the difference. Here's McDowell, left-handed hitter. 1-7, grounder to second, picked up by Richardson, flips it to Pepitone, 2 outs quickly. Let's see, he was... Now I gotta look back. Yeah, Andy Griffith. I'm looking at Burt Mustin again. Adam 12, all in the family. Andy Griffith, I definitely remember. Yep, Fireman Gus, only now it comes back to me. Alrighty, back to the game. 2 down, here's Davalillo. The pitch from Talbot is a 4-11. Fly ball to left field X. Tough chance for White, a 4E15. White on his horse. On an 18, he can't get to it. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Davalillo 15-13. With 2 outs, they're not going to hold him. And the batter is Wagner. Yankees gambling that Davalillo will not try to steal with 2 down in the heart of the order coming up, and they are correct. The pitch to Wagner. 1-5 right-handed, high fly ball to right, backing up his Maris at the track, makes the catch to retire the side. So homer on a 1 only. Wagner flies out to right, and we're halfway through. Yanks lead it 3-1. Yeah, there's Bill Ivey, speaking of entrances. Still outside, Bill, or is it cooling off? A little bit nicer here today, 58 and sunny. For the end of October, I can live with that. I'll take that all through November, frankly. Here's McDowell. McDowell settled down since the first inning. Heart of the order coming up for the Yankees. Mickey Mantle to start it off. McDowell into the windup. The pitch on a 3-7 left-handed struck him out. That'll bring up Maris. Walked and singled so far. McDowell into the windup. 5-5 lefty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. We got to add these up now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 7 Ks now for McDowell. 2 down, and here's Pepitone. And here's McDowell's pitch on a 2-5. Fly ball to right. Colavito backing up a bit and puts it away. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees in the 5th. We've completed 5. It's Yankees 3, Indians 1, and I'm going to get some more coffee. I talked to a gal in Phoenix this morning, just loving it down there. I lived there for a short time. (1982-83), didn't live there for long. And that's my only remaining contact from that area. Talbot takes the mound for the sixth, his first endurance inning, facing the heart of the Indians' order. Although, to be frank, why they're hitting Chico Simone third is a mystery to me. And you too, I'm sure. Anyway, here he is. Talbot's pitch on a 2-12, and he loses in ball 4. So Simone's reached every time. 2 singles and a walk. Hey, maybe Tebbets knew something. Simone, a star 19, he'll have to be held. So he's a 17 held at 15. And he's going to roll for it. He needs a 5. And he gets a 5. 1-15, there goes Simone. Gibbs throw down, he's out by a mile. Simone. Maybe not a good idea, trailing by 2. But for the most part, I'll take a 75% stealing chance just about any time. Next pitch to Rocky. 5'9" right-handed grounder, shortstop X. That's Boyer. Boyer a 319 into the hole. Here's the play. On a 14, he's there and throws him out for the second out. Boyer really looking good at short today. And here's Whitfield. Talbot with the pitch. It's a 2-3 righty. Lifts it to high and deep to right. Backing up is Maris, waiting on it, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for Cleveland in the 6th. McDowell rated 7 for starter endurance. And Cleet Boyer will lead off the bottom of the inning. And there goes Mookie again. Boyer, of course, with the triple in the first, driving in all 3 of the Yankee runs, walked in the 3rd. McDowell into the windup. The pitch to Boyer on a 6-6, swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's strikeout number 8 for McDowell. And the batter is Roy White. Walked in the first, grounded to short in the 3rd. McDowell's pitch on a 2-6, grounder down to 3rd. Alvis to Whitfield. And here's the beer barrel man, Jake Gibbs. Gibbs walked and flew to left. Left on left matchup. McDowell 3-6, base hit into center field. If unmitigated were here, I would say pretty good effort by Gibbs to not strike out against McDowell. Well, there, I just said it anyway. There's Talbot. Talbot will bat with 2 down. 5-2 righty, and he walks him. Oh my goodness, we better add those up too. 4, 5, that's the 6th walk issued by McDowell. Very much like Frank's game. 6 walks and 8 strikeouts so far for Sam McDowell. And Tom Tresh will step to the plate. Flew to center, struck out twice. McDowell into the windup. 1-6 left-handed, base hit into left. 2-out single. Gibbs can try to score on that. Pretty good runner for a catcher. 12-14. Wagner a 0 with 2 out. They're going to send him. The throw to the plate. He scores. Gibbs running the bases with abandon. Talbot to third, Tresh to second on the throw. That makes it 4-1, and here's Richardson. The pitch to Richardson, 1-7 left-handed. He pops him up on the left side. Simone waving his arms. He'll take it, and that'll do it. But the Yankees tack on a run on 2 hits and leave a pair in scoring position. And we go to the 7th, 4-1 Yankees. He probably would, Frank, but he probably won't be in the game long enough to, the way things sit now. You got to figure he'll be pinch hit for the next time he comes up. Yeah, that's what my cousin in Sarasota was saying. Just had a birthday not too long ago. Albus, Askew, and Hauser come to bat against Talbot in his second endurance inning. Here's the pitch from Talbot. It's a 1-7 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to center, backing up his Mantle, double to 8, and he makes a fine running catch, robbing possible extra bases from Max Alvis. So a fine play by Mickey Mantle in center. He can still go get him. There's Joe Askew, 1 for 2. Talbot's pitch on a 3-3, grounder down to first. Pepitone will take it himself. And Talbot just cruising right along now. 2 down, here's Dick Hauser. Talbot gets the sign. He comes right in there with a 6-4 righty, grounder third base X. Tough chance for Tresh, 323 to his left. On a 5, he makes a fine play and throws him out. Nice play by Tresh to end the inning. 1-2-3 goes Cleveland in the 7th. And Talbot, through 7 innings, has allowed just 4 singles. As we stretch, it's Yankees 4, Indians 1. Well, one thing, by going 1-2-3, that gives McDowell another inning to pitch. It'll be his first endurance inning when we come back. And for now, let's fire up the Mookie cam. I don't see him. I guess his front window. Nope. He's on the bed. Hey, Mookie. Your fans want to see you. Meow. 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 That's right, go crazy. He's been more jacked up the last couple of days. I'm not really sure why. All right, pal. He's been jacked up and I've been dragging. Of course, to be fair, he's a lot younger than I am. All right, let's see where we're at here. Bottom of the 7th, heart of the order due up for New York. McDowell in his first inning of potential fatigue. Mantle batting right-handed, McDowell into the windup. That's going to be a 1-9 left-handed. Struck him out. Ooh, right in the danger zone there. That's strikeout number 9 for McDowell. Here's Maris. 1 for 2 with a walk and a K. McDowell into the windup. 2-7 lefty. He flies it to straightaway center. Davalillo is there. And there's 2 away. Pepitone with 2 outs. McDowell with the windup. 2-11 lefty. Base hit into left field. He goes the other way with it and dunks it in front of Wagner for a 2-out single. And that'll get Boyer to the plate. Boyer's done most of the damage in this one with a bases clearing triple way back in the first. Pepitone takes his lead. McDowell from the stretch comes in with a 2-4 pop-up left side. Elvis settling under it. And that'll do it. And that will also do it for Sam McDowell. So an interesting game for McDowell. Not his best performance, but he was pretty darn good after the first. 7 innings. 5 hits, 4 runs, only 1 earned. He walked though 4, 5, 6. And it felt like more. And he struck out 9. Pinch hitter will be Jim Landis. Landis hitting just 179. He does have 2 home runs. Going to the 8th, 4-1. Let's check the Yankee defense. We'll leave White for now as he's due to lead off. Do we have 2 outfielders? They used to, but remember they traded repos. This leaves them a little short in that department. They could put Whitaker in center, but really not much of an improvement. Yeah, I just now noticed that. They really kind of miss repos when it comes to defensive replacements. Talbot pitching to Landis. Here's the windup on the pitch. It's a 1-3 righty. Comebacker. Talbot fields it. Throws to Pepitone, 1 away. Maybe Talbot doesn't need any defensive replacements. He hasn't allowed a hit since the 5th inning. And here's Davalillo, who has 1 of the 4 hits. Talbot into the windup. The pitch is a 1-8 right-handed. Base hit into right field for Davalillo. His 2nd hit of the day. And that's going to get the Yankee bullpen stirring. Hal Reniff, the righty. Steve Hamilton, the left-hander. 3rd endurance inning for Talbot, and the batter is Leon Wagner. Taking his lead, Davalillo. He's a 15-13. He's not held at 13. The pitch to Wagner. 5'8" left-handed. Grounder to second base X. This could be 2. It should be 2. It's the Gold Glover Richardson, 117. Here's the play on a 7. Richardson flips it to Boyer, steps on the bag, fires to Pepitone. 4-6-3 double play. What a play by Richardson. And the Indians come up empty again in the 8th. Exactly, what isn't? So we need a pitcher for Cleveland. Trailing. Let's go to Bolt guy Steve Hargan. Good pitcher, mainly because he has a ton of innings. White, Gibbs, and Talbot. And with a 4-1 game, we're going to give Talbot every opportunity to finish it. Roy White will lead it off, batting left-handed against Hargan. Hargan's pitch is a 2-4, pops him up on the right side. Whitfield will take it. I've been getting the big box of letter at Fred Meyer. What is that, 35 pounds for 13 and change. It's not bad. Here's Gibbs. Hargan's pitch is a 6-7, grounder to second base. Hauser flips it to Whitfield. And Unmitigated will be pleased to know that he won't be handing out any free beers. He can keep all the Schaefer for himself. Here's Talbot now. 5-7 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Hargan delivers a 1-2-3 8th. We go to the 9th. Yankees up by 3. Now we can take White out of the game. So Maris will stay in right. Let's do the old extreme switcheroo here. They've got Horace Clark and Dick Schofield who can play short. So in White's spot, Horace Clark's going to come in at short. He's a 4E24. Makes them a little worse there. But Tresh will move to left, where he's a 1E6. -1. And Boyer will move to third, where he's a 1E21. For now, Clinton cannot play center. Lou Clinton on the bench. That'll be it. Talbot trying to go the distance. Reniff and Hamilton ready in the pen. Nice job, Ernest. Well, Frank, that would be my whole family. All right, it's the heart of the order. Talbot trying to go the distance. Simone, Colavito, and Whitfield due up. Simone has not been retired today. Singled twice and walked. Talbot gets the sign from Gibbs now. Here's the pitch on a 4-6 righty. He pops him up left side. Horace Clark will take that one. And there we go again. You come into the game and the ball will find you. Here's Rocky, 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch on a 3-7 righty, base hit up the middle. A 1 out single for Colavito. And here's Whitfield. Talbot working out of the stretch. The pitch to Whitfield on a 2-12 righty. Fly ball to straightaway center. Backing up his mantle. He is there to make the catch. And the Cleveland Indians down to their final out. And it will be third baseman Max Alvis. Talbot with a deep breath. The pitch. 1-5 righty. Base hit into right. Open single. Colavito can advance. 9-11, 2-9. They'll hold him at second. His run doesn't mean anything. And Askew, the tying run at the plate. I have to think about this one. As much as I want Talbot to finish it, I think it's about time for Hamilton. Well, here comes Houck. He gave Talbot every chance to go all the way. He'll sell for 8 2/3, and Steve Hamilton will come in. Hamilton, the one steady force on this pitching staff, 3-1 with a pair of saves and a 1.90 ERA. This is his 19th appearance, 23 2/3 innings of work. He'll be facing Joe Askew. First and second, 2 down. Askew represents the tying run at the plate. Hamilton into the windup. The pitch on a 3-9, grounder to third. Tresh goes the short way to Richardson, and that's the ball game. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. The Yankees win it 4-1. I'll be back with the totals in a moment. I really wanted to let Talbot go, but I just had that feeling. So Hamilton comes in, gets 1 out, and picks up his 3rd save. Talbot won 4, 5, 6 hits. Just 1 run. Walked 2. And he struck out 3, just 3. Hargan worked 1 inning, a 1-2-3-8 with a K. And McDowell suffers his first loss of the year. Kind of a hard luck loss for McDowell. He's 8-1 now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, perhaps. I don't know. Some consideration for Cleet Boyer, perhaps. Although I kind of agree between the two, my vote would be Talbot. Franklin likes Boyer. Thank you, Mike. I could easily be persuaded here. Anybody else? Bill likes Boyer. Ben leaning towards Talbot. So we're deadlocked at 2. Well, 3-2 if you count my vote for Talbot. Mike likes Talbot. Looks like it's pretty one-sided for Talbot, and Talbot it shall be. Totals on the game. The Yankees win it with 4 runs on just 5 hits, but they played well in the field, no errors. Cleveland just 1 run on 6 hits, 1 error, and a couple of other plays that probably should have been made by 4 fielders. Excuse me. I should say that should have been made if they had better than 4 fielders. Oh, my. Yeah, those were not the umpires either, by the way. I just realized that. I gave you the umpires from yesterday's game. Oh well, they won't know. Yeah, I mean, I took him out for the save. I think if I'd have left him in and he pitched the complete game, there'd really be no doubt, would there? Why penalize him for a third of an inning? So let's see what we have on tap for tomorrow. It'll be the Houston Astros at the San Francisco Giants. Bob Bruce for the Astros, and oh my, what a treat. We've got the Dominican dandy Juan Marichal on the mound for the Giants. 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. In the meantime, thank you again, everyone, for being here. Thank you for your support. I'm going to get something to eat. So enjoy your evening. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.